Okay, so just a reminder, right? We bought this camper on the 6th of August. It is now the 19th of September, and finally, yesterday in the mail, we got our Florida tags. So we can actually move in this thing and do some things that are absolutely necessary. One being emptying the black tank, which we can't wait because it smells a lot like black tank in there. You know, it's been sitting here for well over a month. Who knows how long it's been sitting where it came from in the summertime like this. So pretty excited about today. We can move, we can get going, test out myself on driving this thing because I've never driven a fifth wheel. I've done a trailer, and then we're gonna go weigh it, see how much this beast weighs empty before we start adding everything. All right, so let's get going. So in my haste, I just already connected it, didn't videotape it, no well, but it's there. We'll see how that clearance there works. Not a hard test today, just gonna do some small driving, but we'll see if we have to adjust it. All right, so let's go.
Getting real, people. You ready for this? Are you? Are you?
All right, so we're here at the public dump in Atchison, Kansas. We found one, right? You don't got to pay right off the side of the road. So let's get this thing empty. Wow, that is full of someone else's poop. Awesome.
Poop signal down there.
Like it's like trickling. Wasn't our day today. So you've seen already the almost movie-like adventure of our sewage issues. And then as we were testing, or I was testing how to back up and drive in an empty parking lot, I miscalculated the distance between the truck and the camper. And that's what happened. So we'll see how much that costs. And oh, by the way, the distance between the pin box and the truck bed. So all in all, as you can see, it was an amazing day. The glass, right? The glass and the poo sprinkler off the top of the fifth wheel, and the non-working sewage for some reason. I'll figure that out, but I just want to go home and take a nap and eat some pizza. What say you? What say you? So that was September. It's now December, and I'm realizing as I edit this, I never explained what actually happened. And the best way to do that is to take you outside. So let's go. Flush valves. That's the problem. So this flush valve, right, that sits in the plumbing bay underneath the master bedroom and the master bath, is not for the master bath toilet. Confusing, isn't it? This valve which is under the master bath toilet, and the 3740BH is for the master toilet. Well, it confused me. First of all, I didn't get a class on how to take care of this camper when we first bought it, because we bought it used. And in my ignorance, I didn't even know that existed. That's the only one I thought existed. So when I dumped at that dump site in Atchison, Kansas, I let it go for 7 minutes or so, and I had my wife in that master bath waiting to tell me when to shut off the water. It never happened, because this one, right, doesn't go to the master bath. No one was in the kids' bath. And after 7 minutes, you can imagine what happened, right? We had a poo sprinkler on the top vent. And I didn't know what was happening until water started cascading, and it actually wasn't water, right? So, for all you Solitude 3740 owners or like fifth wheels, just check this flush valve and this flush valve. Which toilets do they actually go to? That's not what you want to see, especially on the very, very first outing, just to go dump your black tanks. That didn't start my day well, as you saw. So there was nothing wrong with the sewage, no clogs, no issues. It was just my ignorance and incompetence in dealing with the two flush valves. And I've seen many folks on Facebook threads for this particular design model who also are confused on which flush valve goes where. My only ignorance was I didn't even know there was a second flush valve. Just some random inlet valve in the side of the camper. You live, you learn, right? And then there's this. That mistake cost me $690. And although I practiced backing the fifth wheel up about 5 times before in a very large parking lot, I was getting frustrated with the angles and not having the experience. And my frustration led to impatience, and impatience led to this getting busted out. All in all, a painful day, especially when you account for this battle scar as well, right? So even though we dumped this thing still smells to high heaven. I mean, we can't figure out why. So I bought these new vents, one the Cyclone that's rated pretty high, and I bought the Syphon 360. I already installed one in the rear black tank, and I'm getting ready to install this one up here in the front black tank. And if you go inside the camper, in the master bedroom, and then underneath in the plumbing area, it smells to high heaven, and we couldn't figure out why. We thought maybe that the camper was just full of someone's old nasty excrement and had just to be cleaned out. And we were going to do that again this coming weekend at a campground. But I think I found the culprit. And Grand Design, although you are highly rated, you should be ashamed of yourself. So I took off the vent cover here. This piece of the roof was literally clamped between the vent cover and the pipe. When I took it off, it came up. Like, how horrible is that? It was not even venting. The air wasn't even coming up. It was stuck like this. Come on, Grand Design, you got to do better than that. So we're gonna install this and see how much of a difference that makes. Moving into the camper, day 1.
Today's method to the madness: put all the junk in there. Get it all in. We'll fix it all later.
All right. Heather had when she used to work at a Sears store. Whoa. Whoa, you gotta go up the ramp. Nice.